Hello all. I'm sure many of us are using cosmetics on daily basis, and cosmetic industry is amongst the biggest industries across the globe, with many countries like using cosmetics to a greater extent. There has been a huge boom in the cosmetic industry, and cosmetic industry is going with a very high rate across the globe, especially in countries like Brazil, India, and many other countries where there is an increasing awareness to enhance the appearance awareness and with the increasing socio-economic status. So we know what cosmetics is really important, and many of us still use it on a regular basis. But you must be wondering why I am talking about certainly about cosmetics when I'm usually talks about toxicology. The reason is that cosmetic industry offers great opportunities to scientists in toxicology as a safety assessor to assess the cosmetic products. But before going into the cosmetic safety assessment, I would like to share the definition of cosmetics as per the European regulation. So as per the cosmetic product regulation of European Commission, a cosmetic product is any substance or any mixture that is intended to be placed in contact with the external part of the human body, with teeth and mucous membranes of the oral cavity, with a view exclusively to clean them, perfuming them, changing their appearance, protecting them, or keeping them in good conditions, or correcting body odors. So as you can see, with this definition, there are many cosmetics products which have been used by billions of people daily. And it is not a single product, multiple products which have been used daily. And we know that cosmetics sale is not as regulated as like medicines, medical devices, or even chemicals. Therefore, cosmetics has a huge reach, huge application, and therefore the number of people using cosmetics is very high compared to medicines, compared to pharmaceutical, compared to medical devices, chemicals, or say any other thing except food. Therefore, cosmetic safety assessment is of utmost importance, and it has been gaining a lot of significance with the introduction of many regulations across globe, like the European Commission has been introduced these regulations since long, and they have been introducing updates since 2013. Similarly, India has its own cosmetic regulations. There are global regulations across the globe, like US FDA regulates cosmetics in US. Similarly, Anvisa, the health authority in Brazil, regulates cosmetics regulations in Brazil. So we know that cosmetics application has got a great importance, and therefore people are more oriented to use it, and therefore ensuring the safety of cosmetics is really important. And we as a toxicologist plays very important role as a safety assessor to determine the safety of cosmetic product. And cosmetic safety assessment therefore offers great opportunities to the toxicologists, to the safety assessors who are really passionate and who actually likes taking challenges, who loves applying the scientific principles to ensure the safety of cosmetic products, because it's not a very simple process. It involves multiple processes, multiple literature review, hazard identification, risk assessment, and finally interpreting the safe use of all the ingredients which are being used in a finished formulations, and also taking into consideration the interaction between the different ingredients which have been used. Typically, if you take any of the cosmetic product, it contains multiple ingredients. It might include the moisturizers, it might include surfactants, it might include the skin cleansers, it might also include the humectants, and there are many other things which have been used as an ingredients, many of the substances which have been used, even the botanical extracts to offer specific efficacy with respect to the moisturizing, with respect to anti-aging, and the many, to name just a few, but there are multiple uses of the multiple ingredients across the cosmetic industry. Therefore, ensuring the safety of a finished cosmetic products along with the ingredients, raw materials used in a cosmetic product is very, very important, very critical. And therefore, a cosmetic safety assessor has to follow robust scientific principles and ensure the cosmetic which is going into the market is safe. With the Indian regulations and the European regulations, there is, most of the times there is no need in terms of getting an approval, but they need to notify to the regulatory authority. And if the regulatory authority uh, takes your products or samples from the market and analyze it, they should ensure that there is an appropriate safety assessment being done, and all the ingredients and from all the ingredients, impurities and solvents being used in that cosmetic products are absolutely safe at the normal foreseeable conditions of use. And therefore, cosmetic safety assessment is really very niche area which needs a lot of expertise, understanding of the toxicological principles, understanding of risk assessment, understanding of hazard identification, and a great acumen towards the literature. They need to find the literature, review the literature thoroughly, and then identify appropriate values, because sometimes there will be multiple studies available, multiple data available, and they need to ensure that they select the appropriate data to ensure that it is robust, compliant with the regulations, as well as safe for human use, as well as to some environmental whenever required. There are multiple guidelines which are available, but the most widely used is the SCCS, Scientific Committee on Consumer Society, SCCS. In Europe, the SCCS guideline is widely being used as a gold standard to do the cosmetic safety assessment. The toxicologist also need to determine the exposure of the cosmetic product, because generally there has been different use patterns, there are different habits in which the product is used globally, so they need to ensure that the exposure consideration matches with the region if possible. And also they need to ensure that each and every ingredient which is being used has robust safety data available. Now we also know that there are more challenges to the cosmetic industry, because animal testing for toxicity and for any other research purpose is banned for cosmetics. And therefore, there should not be any new data after 2013 in Europe, and many other countries have similarly followed the ban on animal use for cosmetics, except few countries, but they are also moving towards this trend. So toxicologist has challenge in terms of getting the data either from literature or from new in vitro studies on cell lines, or any other alternate models wherein they determine the skin irritation potential, skin sensitization potential, as well as the eye irritation potential as per the different alternate methods available, as well as they use the in silico computational models like the QSAR, quantitative structure activity relationship, and then the similarity of the structures, exposure determination, and then determining whether it's going to be a significant exposure. So there are multiple things which a cosmetic safety assessor needs to take into consideration while conducting the safety assessment, and therefore it needs good expertise, understanding of toxicology principles, regulatory principles, computational principles, a good literature review search, knowledge about different databases, and also how to interpret the best possible study. So it is offer a very niche and a great expertise. So somebody who is really passionate about toxicology and who loves learning new things, who loves reading literature, who likes taking challenges, is really a good fit for being a cosmetic safety assessor. And there are many advantages of being a cosmetic safety assessor. It opens a global market, understanding of global regulations and a global job opportunities. And also the remuneration is also good, and most of the times it's mostly a dry lab job, because most of the times cosmetic industry, they do rely on the literature, so it involves application of the available literature or conducting those studies and then getting that data reviewed and then documenting it either in the form of cosmetic product safety report in Europe, or as per the regional or global regulations, ensuring the safety of the product and making sure that there is a robust justification, there is a robust data available to for each and every cosmetic product which is there into the market. Because when you most of the manufacturers launch, they don't need to get an approval, but if the regulators pick the samples, they analyze it, and if they find any issue, then there are many uh, issues. There is a lot of risk, because then the company reputation is at stake. There will be heavy fines involved, there will be heavy penalties, and even in some cases imprisonment for the manufacturer's representative, and then the entire business is at stake. Similarly, if there is a legal case by any consumer, or if a consumer sues a manufacturer or a seller, then in that case it might involve several repercussions, either in the form of fine, and this involves heavy fine in countries like US, Europe, and in that case the reputation also is at stake. Therefore, ensuring the safety of cosmetic product is the safest way to enhance business, to ensure multiple exports across the globe, and then give the best value to the customers along with the efficacy of the cosmetic products. So if you are someone who is passionate about introducing many principles of toxicology, of applying the toxicological principles in the cosmetic safety assessment, if you are an avid reader, if you know how to identify literature, how to identify references, how to read them and then convert them into a conclusion, and then document it in an appropriate format, and if you are passionate about knowing about regulation, then cosmetic safety assessment definitely offers a great opportunity for you to explore your career and take it to the next level. With this was brief information. I'm sure the students and the professionals who are new to this cosmetic safety assessment have got some information. If you like this information, please do like it and share it with those need it. Thank you very much.